welcome back to the Trash Talkers show. My name's Don Fish, I'm here with Darik Campbell. As always, this is week 8 going into the season. Halfway done now, a little over halfway point. Let's do some week 7 recaps, find out what happened last week. First game on the list, Guns and Troops. What do you get to say? Anything?
Always like to talk about him for itself first.
Number one, man. That's just how it is. That's how it comes up on the website for me. Number one.
I think we called that. I mean, we called Guns.
Everybody knew that.
We called Guns over Troops. I mean, that was pretty obvious. 60-point beatdown.
Beatdown, 127 to 67.
Like, I mean, 60-point beatdown, dude.
Dude, yeah, Brady 29 and Jackson 24. He had Breeze 24, but then he had Leon Washington, Roy Williams, Chris Cooley, and his kicker combined for 4 points. Beatdown.
Roy Williams sucks. Leon Washington done for the year, and all he has is
Chris Cooley's done for the year.
Chris Cooley, pretty much. I think they think he's going to be back in a bit. He's got Jason Campbell throwing to him, so Chris Cooley's worthless.
He's good.
Yeah.
Game number 2, man. Dogs beat the Bandits 102 to 64.
That was another beatdown I think we called, right?
Big time beatdown, man. Bandits aren't good this year, and Dogs got lucky, man. They put that Miles Austin into their offense, 29 points for him, and his defense got 28 too. Yeah. He had Palmer on his bench, 41. He didn't even use him. Didn't even need him.
Might have been threatening to have the highest score of the ever.
Could have,
but he didn't do it.
Didn't.
But I'll tell you what, the Dogs, dude, like I said, they were just killing me, man. They picked up Braylon Edwards, they picked up Miles Austin, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they had a crappy record.
Miles Austin is
now they're on the come up here.
Game number 3, Rage over the Killers, 97 to 74. Rage got a win, man.
We called it. No, I didn't.
I called it.
Did I?
I know I called it. You called it.
I think I said Rage.
You just agreed with everything I said last week, so.
I called Rage.
Jacobs, man, finally put up a decent amount of points, 14 points. But look at the Killers lineup, man. Randy Moss, Hines Ward, Greg Olson, his kicker Gutowski, and his Redskins combined for 23 points.
Yeah.
23 points total out of like 6 guys, man. You can't win like that.
I don't know why you'd have the Redskins defense going against the Eagles anyway. But
I don't know why you'd have the Redskins anything at this point.
Exactly. Yeah.
Game 4, Intimidators beat the Bombers, man. What happened? 99 to 84.
I'll tell you what happened. I thought I had a chance when old Westbrook went down. But Selig's the number 2 scoring tight end in the league, and he got a big fat 0. Gore coming back, thought he was going to do something, gets 4 points.
4 points. Who else on it? Somebody else did kind of bad. Lawrence Tynes, or kicker, 5 points. You got 3 guys combined for 9 points.
Well,
man.
That's been typical for my year. I want to give you a couple numbers here.
Did you keep Frank Gore over Peyton Manning?
Yeah.
Oh.
I did.
Not looking so good now.
Somebody actually I work with doesn't even play fantasy football. I heard that rumor, dude. He saw it on YouTube.
That's awesome. What are your numbers, man?
Anyway, all right, I'm going to tell you something. Steven Jackson, everybody was giving me crap about Steven Jackson. 3rd leading rusher in the league. He just can't get in the end zone. He's starting to get points, though. He's scoring 13, 14
Peyton
points.
Manning lighting it up. Frank Gore not so much.
That's fine. Yeah, Frank Gore, forget him.
Last game, the Rain ties the Ass Kickers at 121 to 121. You watch that game?
I watched the game, and just because the Redskins got that junk-ass touchdown at the end of the game, pray for Rain loses. And that's terrible. Redskins
were on the 3-yard line. If they scored, they actually get points for so many yardage, -2 for the Rain, and then they get the touchdown, -2. Yeah. It was a 4-point swing right there. Yeah. Plus they got the fumble, so it's a 6-point swing for the Rain right there. They had them up like 7 points, and then junk yardage, and points. 120, 121.
Yeah, and then we gotta hit the AWOLs real quick in the Hoosiers. We missed them too. But
we miss them? AWOLs and Hoosiers.
Hoosiers are pretty much irrelevant.
You can skip Hoosiers anytime, can't you?
Yeah, we can skip the Hoosiers anytime.
Hoosiers had Manning that got 29 points, man.
And he scored 65 total.
Fred Jackson, he played 2 tight ends, Shenko and Winslow, and the Bears combined for 2 points total out of 4 players.
Hold on,
That's pretty bad.
The Bears was 0. Because Cedric Benson, Carson Palmer, Ocho Cinco putting the smack down on the Bears defense.
I got Ocho Cinco.
And then Fred Jackson, I mean, he's pretty much worthless to start anymore. It's like anybody who starts...
he's starting backup running back.
Yeah, anybody who starts...
2 tight ends.
Oh boy, McGahee's pretty much worthless now. I mean, that's a crapshoot. Let's pray for Rain, dude. I think he had him in there. Anyway...
The playoffs happened today. You see this? The AWOLs would lock up the Central Division at 6-1. The Rain locked up the South Division at 4-2-1. And the Troops, with the losing record, rack up the North Division. In the wild cards, number 4 spot, we got the Guns at 4-3. The Ass Kickers taking the second card spot at 3-3-1. Then we got a 16 tie for the last wild card spot. You got the Rage, Bombers, Hoosiers, Intimidators, Dogs, and Killers, with the Rage getting the tiebreakers. You're not even in the playoffs right now, man.
Well, that can happen after this week. I'll be 4-4.
You could. So, it could happen.
But if you look at, Coop's Troops is on the verge of actually going from first to third.
Yeah, he can go
because if Intimidators win this week, they'll be 4-4, and then let's say Coops, if they lose 3-4-1, that's a worse record than 4-4.
There's a lot that can happen right now. But right now, halfway through the season, you're not even in the playoffs, man.
Well, I can't get the consistency. I think Steven Jackson's starting to get the yards. He's averaging over 100 yards a game.
Rams are getting better.
He's not getting in the end zone. He's just, I'm losing by 5 points a game. And, I can't get a touchdown out of my starting running back. It's unbelievable. I'm just losing by 6-7 points a game, dude.
Make a trade, man. Make a trade with the AWOL, man. He'll trade you anybody from his team.
I don't want his team anymore. He's trading everybody away.
Let's do the pick ones, man. Let's run through them. Game 1, the Guns and the Bandits. Who you got?
I got Rabel.
You got Rabel Avenue Bandits?
Well, you know why? I have Rabel over Don's Guns? And I don't know why my man likes to talk about himself first every time. He's the host of the show. He needs to move what is yours.
We're running out of time.
All right. Matt Stafford. That's why I'm taking Rabel.
Brady's on a bye. I got Matt Stafford, and I just did a trade to get Calvin Johnson in my starting lineup. I'm going to have double Stafford and Calvin Johnson. Game 2, man. Rain versus AWOL.
Calvin Johnson's really lighting it up.
Rain versus
AWOL. Pray for Rain, because AWOLs is in my division. I have to go with the Rain. And the Rain, dude, I drafted that squad. They're like number 2 seed, baby.
Rain, or the AWOLs are giving away 10 points on this. They get Chris Johnson, Roddy White, Andre Johnson playing Jacksonville, New Orleans, and Buffalo, man. You got to go with the AWOLs on this one. Game 3, the Troops versus the Ass Kickers. Who you got on this one?
Game of the week.
Ass Kickers. This one's easy. Romo's back, man. He's against Seattle.
That should be game of the week, technically.
It probably is.
Game of the week.
Father, daughter. I got to go with the Ass Kickers, though.
Troops probably just give it away. They don't even have a kicker in their lineup right now.
He needs to worry about, instead of making videos and going out there and saluting cameras, he needs to put a team together, baby. Get a team together.
Game 4, Rage versus Hoosiers, man.
I'm all over the Hoosiers.
You're picking the Hoosiers? You don't think the Rage?
The Hoosiers this week. You know what? I picked the Rage last week, and they won. It's funny, if I go against the Rage, they win. And if I pick the Rage, they win. So it doesn't matter what I do. I'm going with the Hoosiers.
I'm going with the Hoosiers too, man. Game 5, Intimidators versus the Dogs. Who you got?
Chili Dogs.
That's pretty nice, man. I got the Chili Dogs too. I just made some notes here. Chili Dogs got Warner going versus Carolina. They got Jones-Drew versus Tennessee, Matt Forte versus Cleveland, Miles Austin versus Seattle, and the Chargers defense versus Oakland. Those are some good matchups in a bye week.
They're really, really good matchups, and even though I had the Intimidators and the Troops as the 2-team race there in the North Division, the Intimidators started making that run. It's just they're going up against a Hot Dogs team right now. Hot Dogs, man. Last game we got the Killers and the Bombers. You gonna be a homer on this again? You know you're not gonna win this week. It's unbelievable that I always show that I'm gonna score about 110 a week, and I score about 80, dude. So I'm gonna win this week, dude. I got the Killers, man. Nope. You know what? I'm going with the Bombers. The Killers got Wes Welker, Randy Moss, and Hines Ward all on bye. I'm picking you to win this week too, man. That's what I'm talking about, dude. See, just wanted to go. You had the pick ones, man. You were in first place. I just wanted to mention it to everybody. You were in first place, but you got a little hungover, forgot to make your selections. Now you dived all the way down to third place, man. In the pick'em standings, we got the Ass Kickers at 93, Hoosiers at 84, Bombers pulling up third at 81, and the Guns at 80, man. And the thing is, if you just go on record, I only missed one game last week on the record. Two, considering the tie. Well, everybody missed the tie, so I only missed one game last week, so I still would have maintained first. And I didn't forget I was just sleeping. I didn't forget I was sleeping. I didn't want to get out of bed and go make my pickups. All right, man. Anything else? That's it. That's it, man. For Darik Campbell, I'm Don Fish. See you losers next week. Good luck.